Oh my God, we can't keep none of this shit.
Hell no.
Oh shit. Okay, look. So from that point, we about to roll right into episode 80 and shit. Man, how y'all feeling?
I'm feeling great. Feeling good. It's hot as fuck in here, but I'm feeling good.
I feel you, bro. It's a hot box.
Like the Human Torch.
Mm-hmm. We going through studio, you know what I'm saying, adversities to bring y'all this episode today. So cooking. Sean, you ain't cooking, is you? You over there cool?
Hell yeah, shit. I got cooked enough today. Shit. Ever got a heat headache, man?
Yeah. You better drink some water.
Man, that water got hot the sooner I took it out the cooler.
Man,
it simmered.
That motherfucker was looking like nice and refreshing. Then, like, soon as I drunk one sip and then walked to the other side of the park, warm.
Yeah, that sound hot. I wasn't going outside. It was 100 today in the Metro Portland area. So
like you had a heat advisory. Where you at?
Yeah, it was hot as fuck. So we just stayed inside for the most part. And I'm cooking where I'm at right now, but it's all good though. Hey, I want to make sure that we give a shout out to the movie I got in the back, to Predator. Yo, we had these deep plans about what we all was gonna do, and I can't stop thinking about this crazy ass movie and shit. So crazy in the sense of it's a fucking Predator movie in 2022, and it came out on Hulu. When was the last time Hulu had some hard hitting shit that came out for real? It's been a minute. Am I wrong? I mean, you know what I'm saying? I mean, unless I miss some shit, you know, which is very possible.
But that was just random as fuck that it'd be on Hulu though.
Can't lie to you. I looked up the Rego app, you know, because I go watch all the movies at my local Rego cinema and shit. And I was looking Prey. I was like, all right, I was about to go see it Thursday. Now I'm like, I gotta go see the Predator movie. I need something that's gonna make me feel good, as crazy as that sound. Predator gonna make me feel good in a way. Look that shit up. That shit ain't there. It's like only on Hulu. I'm like, for some reason, I feel like I should have knew that, but I didn't. And Hulu came with it. You enjoyed that, B dude. I appreciate it. I'm happy I amused my brother.
He fucked up.
But no, that shit was
funny.
The shit was good. Yeah, I really thought it was coming out of the movie. When you watched it, the shit was complete cinema quality. It was one of those straight to streaming movies that was definitely quality enough to be worth, you know what I'm saying, going to the movies. But I think they didn't put it in the movies because what was that last terrible Predator that came out a few years ago?
Yeah, the Predators. Or no, what was it? Yeah, when they called Predator.
The one where they had the corny at the end where the one he's had to protect his son and shit, and he had the predator dog and stuff.
Yeah. Or the autistic son or something.
Something like with the drone.
Yeah, I think.
Okay, right. Okay, so but look,
the dude from Moonlight in it and shit.
The movie, it was Predator. Again, you know how we do stuff here. We are not overly critical over it's the fucking Predator. Like, I want to see the Predator fucking shit up. That's about as deep as it needs to be for me. But if it's actually a good package, good, well casted, you know what I'm saying? What's up?
Nothing. Go ahead.
Talking shit. No, if it's like well casted and shit, and it's at a decent setting and a decent pace and well written, which all what I'm saying, this movie hit on all them boxes or whatever, it turned out to be good. So I'm trying not to spoil it.
And check the box for representation, for real.
Right. All my all my native brothers and sisters that was in the movie showing out. So the movie kind of focuses its attention on the Comanche tribe. So that's about as spoiler as I get for y'all. So it's not just some random native group of people or native tribe. They picked the specific ones to highlight for this story, and I think it was well done for real. Even Yeah, I've looked through comments. You know, I'm one of them people who look through comments and shit. I like to get the posts of the people and how they feeling about this stuff for real. And you know, it got some good comments, and you know, you got the typical bigots and you know, hating ass motherfuckers that you know, it's usual. It's always going on. And we're gonna get back to that a little bit later. I got something I got to rant about some folks. So anyway, you got a little mix of the response from Prey. And it was, you know, some good, some bad, but I loved the shit. So I thought it was great, to be honest. In terms of a Predator movie, it looked good, it felt good, it sounded good, pacing was good. Like I said,
And it wasn't
action
no
was
damn nonsense. No
nah,
nonsense.
it wasn't nonsense. Homegirl was nice. Homegirl's a little nicer than what she probably could have been. But who not in the Predator movies? Like, you know what I'm saying? It's always some regular human being that's doing some shit that's kind of almost absurd sometimes. But it's a movie. That's what we want to see. I'm not looking for realism. You know what I'm saying? Shit ain't gonna be realistic. It's
But
just
you guys
not.
saying people look for realism in their movies, games, comic books, whatever. So they want some form of real life things in that stuff,
You're
which
right.
is why. I mean, in this day and
You're
age,
right. They
back
do.
then it was more fantastical. Like, you know, people you could see stuff that'd be like, okay, you know,
Man,
it's cool.
this day and age, all people gonna do is fucking complain.
Oh, look, segue right into my rant. So we hit it. I knew it was going to end up coming up at some point without me even having to force it, without me even having to plan it. Look, Amara Smith, we haven't done a rant in a minute. So for y'all that's new here, for y'all that's not, you know, haven't been around as long, some of the OGs know some of these original segments we used to do. We kind of went away from them, but we're gonna bring them shits back. We're gonna bring them back. So look, we rant about some shit that pissed us off in between recordings, and I got the biggest one. Oh my fucking god! I'm sorry to be cussing so much. I'm trying to turn a new
fuck
leaf.
that cuss, man.
Look, man, I cannot. We was talking about these unruly and just insatiable fans. You know what I'm saying? That you can't make people happy. People are gonna complain about whatever. But I got the corniest from my phone. I want to make sure I get it accurate. I have quite possibly the worst and the corniest complaint I have ever seen in the history of my nerddom. I'm a nerd. I'm even consider myself a super hyper ultra nerd. You know what I'm saying? I am. I've been in this game for a minute. Y'all have been too. But look, these motherfucking nerds is putting smut on our name. They out here complaining that it was too many visual effects in the GOAT piece scene where Luffy is fighting Kaido and he's using Gyo Haki technique, Conqueror, the color of the Conqueror, whatever you want to call it. It's like 4 different names into one technique sometimes. Look, Luffy's using a technique and it was very vibrant and shit. I'm literally seeing fans complaining about the amount of brightness and visual effects going on in this animation. Complaining, literally upset. I gotta get my phone. I shouldn't have put it so far on my desk. So look, I can't believe it. I literally can't. We hitting a new low. The nerdhood, fanhood, nerddom, kingdom, culture, community is hitting an all-time low. G, this is y'all got to find something that's worse than this. Come on, I'm look. So I'll make sure I save some shit because I couldn't believe it. This was earlier today at 12:45 p.m. Hot as fuck, and then I'm reading this shit. So look, the very first comment in like an official post from a Toei Animation, I believe. So look, it says, and I quote, "Too much lighting effect actually hurt my eyes. The soundtrack are cool though. I can't even focus with the attack." Somebody then the next comment he comments says, "Also the sound effect hurt my ears. I agree. So suck effect." People are upset. It says the effects are too excessive, so can't enjoy the animation. Please don't overdo the effects. Watching them makes my head spin.
My question is, okay, are they advocating for people who have epilepsy or something? Because that would be an argument that I guess you will say they can
Okay.
make. I'm only playing devil's advocate right now.
You're right. I know you are. I know. And to that degree, if it's causing some kind of health concern, now they would be like, oh, you should have gave us a warning and it affected me health wise, not it's too much effect. I don't like it. And then I seen other stuff. Somebody was like, yeah, it should look more like the manga. Motherfucker, it's an anime. That's the whole point of why you watch the shit animated. So because it's not black and white ink drawing.
They'll complain about that anyway. Like if it was black and white,
Man,
you know they're gonna complain about like, why is it black and white? You like, you just asked for this.
I'm literally
that shit be so stupid to me. People gonna complain about they gonna complain about if you do it exactly how they want you to do it. They gonna find something wrong. They gonna nitpick that shit to shreds. They can
his eye color was wrong.
You can make that bitch every color spectrum. You can't make that bitch bland, dull, dry, all that shit. They still gonna complain. They gonna be like, well, why you have to make it orange and pink though? Like shut the fuck up. Like, I'm sorry, man. I'm not the one of them shit like that. Like, you gonna be crying when the manga end. Why you have to finish it on this number? Why Zoro ain't beat him? Why Nami ain't do? Shut the fuck up and just enjoy the shit. Cause if it was bland, you'll complain like, if that's what be a super move punch, why is it so regular? Like, damn, like
man, that whole execution of that whole
that
scene.
shit. No,
Look, that's one of them scenes where where we go to the movies and see people and motherfuckers be like clapping and crying and shit. I've been to anime movie releases where people was crying at the shit. I couldn't believe. I'm like, crying, bro. Come on, love it, but crying. This shit literally made me get an Arsenio Hall for y'all. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I did some hand motion.
The past two episodes made me go like, oh shit.
Three. Think about the episode before that. Because 2 episodes before this one was when Zoro cut Kaido ass. You know what I'm saying? So
that was the last episode.
That was remember the last episode. Luffy hit him. Remember the last episode, he hit him, and then Luffy got up and hit him. Was that the last episode?
Dog.
Yeah,
they knocked off Big Mom. Then Zoro cut Kaido and passed out. Then Luffy just uppercut Kaido.
Right. I mean, but okay. I thought it was one in between. I thought that wasn't. No, something happened, bro. I feel like
he had Luffy with that beluga shit and knocked him out.
Yeah. No, I'm talking about literally between the last 3 episodes, because before the episode last week, I wanted to rewatch the episode before. And so it had to be a reason why I wanted to rewatch that episode before. I can't think of it off the top of my head. So I'm about to just look it up as I'm sitting here. Supernova Strike Back, Mission and Terror Part, Defend Luffy, Zoro. Okay, right. Yep, 1027. Defend Luffy, Zoro, and Lost Sword Technique. And then surpass the Emperor to see Luffy strikes back with. All right, okay. So yeah, so it wasn't one in between. It was just Luffy had got up at the end of that episode. That's what it was. And they had some little extra shit. Anyway, scene was great. People complaining, saying it was the color effects messed up the overall feeling of the anime. I fucking disagree. So to complain, to really take to the internet and write that shit so other people can see, definitely got likes and shit. That's why it was the #1 comment. So maybe we in the minority in that we didn't mind the effects, and maybe we the target, you know what I'm saying? With us, it hit the target, what they was trying to do.
I just say what the fuck ever.
It is what it is.
Yeah, at the end of the day, these companies, they put their heart and souls into this. And, you got some people who, even though they put their heart and souls into it, people don't appreciate it.
Nope.
Like that. Which is unfortunate, because that makes animators not want to do it. And then they're the same people that complain, why you ain't making this anime? Why you're not doing this? Well, you guys seem so not grateful. So what motivation do they have to do it? They spending hours on this stuff. This stuff ain't easy.
Yeah, not at all. I mean, but we know how it is, but it's just such a big spectrum, because you got people who never made nothing out here critiquing everything, but then you got people who do make stuff out here hating on other people who making shit. So it go all over the place. But look, as we talking about, creative differences and stuff, and what people like and what people disagreeing with or whatever. Look, that's going right into kind of our main conversation for this episode. Um, the DC extended universe, G. What the fuck is going on after this Discovery merger with Warner Brothers, or acquisition? Discovery's acquisition of Warner Brothers. We hearing a lot. Okay, first off, we seeing stuff already happen, and we actually hearing a lot of stuff that could possibly happen. So
before you go into all that, I can tell you what's going on. They don't know what the fuck is going on.
They've been doing that for years, though. If you really look at it, they've always had cancellations. They've always had changes. They have changes to the higher up, like Batman versus Superman, Dawn of Justice had a whole bunch of changes because it was really supposed to be Men of Steel 2, and then they just switched it with the new higher ups. So what's going on with them is they keep changing management, which ends up hurting the DC extended universe. Just like now, they're with the merger. They're now talking about the potential of Henry Cavill coming back as Superman. So, and I just read that not too long ago. So
wait, I didn't know that he was completely out of the picture as Superman. 100%. I knew they was talking about they was going to try to see what they can do, but I didn't know that was like concrete.
He seemed to be removed, and then it was rumors that he was in talks with Marvel for an unspecific role. And then not too long ago, they just said that, potentially they might be trying to bring him back. It's not set in stone. Who knows if they really are or not? But that's what I'm saying with the DC Extended Universe. They keep switching, and then everybody has this idea how the DC Extended Universe should be, instead of people just doing what should be, which is, if you're going to put Superman, Batman in the same movie or whatever, Wonder Woman, just do it, ease it in there, and then do the Justice League movie. But
they already got a Batman going on right now.
Exactly, but that's the point.
The thing about it, they too busy chasing Marvel, the ghost of Marvel, man. Like,
shit, Marvel ain't no goddamn ghost, nigga. That shit is alive and well right in front of their asses.
When I say ghost, the ghost that they think in their head that they fucking have a lead to fucking smoke them. No, man. Listen, dude, the thing is this is the problem with DC. They convolute their stories and try to keep original stories. Like, first and foremost, Batman. They made him the return of Batman with the regular Superman and the regular Wonder Woman. That's not gonna work. And then they wanted to be around for a while, and then Batman would be like in his late 50s, 60s, Brian.
Yeah, he was supposed to be the oldest. He was like 49, not oldest, but like he was supposed to be close to 50, which I thought was a bad decision on Zack Snyder's part.
Oh, Brian, that was a bad decision. So I mean,
I know what I'm saying. It was.
Yeah, so I'm like,
but bring back the Snyderverse.
And then
Snyderverse.
The thing about it, you can tell they kept trying to make shit like grand scale, like Marvel shit did. And what Marvel did, they built upon shit. They built sources. And DC just keep trying to rush shit. Like, all right, do this one movie, boom. Do this one movie, boom. Make something big. Are we gonna tie this into this? And it don't fucking work.
Yeah. I definitely agree with that, because they was rushing. Because when they came out with Superman, you should have came out with the Batman movie, the Wonder Woman movie, the Green Lantern movie, the Flash movie, and then build into Apocalypse being a threat. Not Superman, Batman versus Superman, Dawn of Justice, and then let's do Justice League. And it was like, that's too fast, and you're not, for newer people, they don't know what the hell's going on. And Sean is right. They used Batman Dark Knight version, and that didn't make any fucking sense.
It's stupid.
I mean, Batman Returns, they used him, and it's like, why? You could have used the costume. That's fine if you want, or they could have used Hellbat suit. That was more recent.
And I don't know, and that's doing too. I feel like that's doing too much too, because the fact of the matter is this: if you're trying to build a universe around motherfuckers, and you want to take shit that's like farther ahead and bring it to the, you gonna confuse the fuck out of people who not even fucking like casual comic book readers and shit like that. So it's like, stop trying to compete and do your own shit. It's because Marvel been doing their shit. That means you gotta straight up, oh, you the competition, you my rival. I'm gonna do this, and play yourself. Because that's all they doing. All they doing is playing themselves.
They are, but I also think they was trying to overthink. That's what I'm saying. When you're trying to be overly too original, I think that hurt them because they was like, well, we're not going to do it like Marvel. But it's like, you don't have to do it exactly like Marvel, but you can leave breadcrumbs so that people can understand that there's a grand scheme. Because Darkseid should be the main villain.
They could have just cut the shit in half. They didn't have to go to exact. They could even, if they wanted to cut some corners, which they had the IPs, you know what I'm saying? They had the names. They could have cut some goddamn corners. They just literally couldn't cut off the whole goddamn block. You can cut off a corner or two. Can't just skip everything. But again, say consistency in management, that shit would do that. Inconsistencies of management, and then all the turnover. So look, that goes into why are we talking about it now? So we see the cancellation of Catwoman, right? So that's stuff we know. I mean, not that that's I was looking forward to that shit, to be honest. So yeah, I said Catwoman. My bad. I'm over here.
Bad girl.
That hen dog hidden. So. Right, was it bad girl? It was Batwoman.
No, it was Batgirl. It was Batgirl.
It was shit. I'm over here.
You canceled Batgirl.
Yeah, they canceled Batgirl, and I was looking.
They canceled Batwoman too, but that's the CW version.
Yeah, I'm talking about. Okay, so I ain't tripping. You got me sitting over here tripping. Right? They canceled the show Batwoman previously, and they canceled Batgirl, the movie that was coming up. But they saying they keeping. So look, they saying they want to focus on what it's looking like is about to happen. They want to focus on Black Adam with The Rock coming out. They want to focus on Superman. The Rock The Rock is, but I'm saying specifically like currently right now, The Rock is literally starting to treat this shit like WWE days, where he's starting to throw promotions because in the Super Pets movie, the DC animated movie where he was playing Superman's dog or whatever, in the end credit scene, they show a scene where Black Adam and Superman, they like kind of face off. And The Rock is on his social media and shit. It's definitely been pushing Black Adam a lot more than I've seen him push a whole bunch of his other movies. And it's more of like a different way that he's doing it. It's almost like we can literally see WB and Discovery or whatever like putting the weight of this shit on this man's shoulders. Like, yo, you got to carry this shit until we can figure out what the fuck we about to do with Justice League, with Wonder Woman. They keep it Aquaman. So
that's what I said.
It's looking like Shazam, Aquaman, Flash, Black Adam.
Hold on, time out. Fuck that Flash shit. Like, fuck that Flash shit.
They said that they're going to continue with that, though. I
know they said that. I'm saying fuck that shit. They don't need to continue. I love because the actor that's playing Urza Miller, he was never a good Barry Allen to me anyway.
They love him. They love him. People love him. People love him.
Why? It seemed like they only love him because he's from Harry Potter or something. I've never seen Harry Potter. What movie is he from that?
Oh shit, love him? He's I would always say they love that nigga from Harry Potter.
I was like, that's the only thing I could think of because he was not a good Flash. He wasn't even funny. I think he had one funny scene out of the whole movie. I was like, dude, he is garbage. And then he just didn't look like Barry Allen. Barry Allen had red hair. Like, dude, you don't even look like the character.
And the thing how they introduced him, like what Barry Allen they got that shit from, because he is not like that. No iteration, bro. Like
he was just garbage. Like it's just like, and and then he has all these legal problems, and you're keeping that shit.
Yeah, he wilding right now. He out here tripping. He out here acting like Reverse Flash and shit. Ezra Miller out here reverse flashing his own career and shit.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, this is dumb. Like, I know that, like I said, they keep it Aquaman, Wonder Woman, Shazam, Black Adam, Superman. Obviously, that's cool. That's fine. I don't even know if they keep in Batman. I mean, they got goddamn, I forgot his name. Robert Pattinson as Batman, but then
Fucking
with that movie they
Twilight did
left a
his
little bit of
thing.
breadcrumbs, but
But
He
it
need
was
to
like
be.
they
He
kept
gotta
that.
be the Batman though. But he not
They,
in that universe.
yeah, that's the thing. Like
they separated it.
that's what I'm talking about. They should have never brought a certain iteration of Batman and had the rest of them be original. That's where they played themselves.
And I agree. That's definitely, you are right. I felt like I thought that too, or it was like, why they have this dude like this instead of Batman being that. Batman could have still been more experienced than Superman and been the same age as Superman, because at the end of the day, Batman does have powers, so he could start earlier than Superman. That's one of the things in the Arrowverse they did with Green Arrow. He had 2 years of experience on Barry Allen, that Flash, before the Flash began to fast. Why they couldn't do that with Batman?
That's a
Instead of
lot.
making him
That's
old
a
ass
lot with
dude.
superhero. That's a lot in
Yeah.
superhero experience, nigga.
But yeah, like they can even like, bro, it can be shown where like, and like with that, what Brian was saying, a lot of that shit just kind of blew me because a lot of them was been around for years in the comics, but okay, that's not the comics, but they can do time skips in they movies and shit. Like, you know what I mean? It's like to bring them to speed and stuff, but to bring it all back though, like you said though, they putting everything on the Rock's shoulders though, because like you said, how you promoting that shit, you got to think about it with the Rock star power. You can bring Henry Cavill back, Ben Affleck back.
Mm-hmm.
I mean,
Jason Momoa.
Yeah, like man, to have that shit, to have him and his star quality, that'll attract more high tier actors to be join the DC universe. So
I'm telling you, man.
But then it's what storyline are they going to use? That's the problem. They have to have before they do any of that, they have to get down a plot, what they're going to do, if they're going to put them in the same universe, because the way they're talking, they're going to separate up because they're like, well, this is just easier. But if they're going to put them in the same, how they going to put them in? What main villain? We will say Darkseid, but they can use Despero. They have different people they can use besides Darkseid, but that's the main thing, focus. And then which Justice League members are they going to use? Since Justice League is broad, what 7 characters are they going to use?
They can't miss though. That's the thing, and I think they feel that pressure because they're under the feeling that they're already behind the 8 ball of Marvel, Big Bad Marvel.
They already are.
The Ghost, right? I know they already are. So are they willing to start and try to build that? I think you just go with the big names. You can't pull a Falcon out. You know what I'm saying? You can't. They're not gonna be able to do. DC ain't gonna be able to pull something like that out. They just gonna have to go with the heavy hitters. They're gonna have to go with the ones with the ones we already have named. Only one they need to add and introduce is probably Martian Manhunter. That's probably about it that they haven't really shown get really highlighted in a movie, kind of focused on. It's probably about him and Cyborg.
And I think they should have it to where like it shouldn't just be one hero in a movie. Like if they're gonna introduce somebody, do them like how they doing with the Hulk. We know why the Hulk ain't got his own movie yet. What's her name? Still got the rights to him somewhat. So have him have another. If you want to introduce another character, bring them into this movie and ease. You know what I'm saying? Ease them to where people can get familiar and like them.
Yeah, you talking about something like Spider-Man, Doctor Strange, for example, where Doctor Strange plays somewhat of a role, but it wasn't like.
But it's a new character,
right? Yeah. So like the new character where you introduce him, even if he doesn't suit up, like, oh, this is Clark Kent, this is Bruce Wayne, and and people say, okay, some familiarity. Then in the next one, you'll say, okay, this is Batman. In the next movie, you introduce Diana Prince, something like that, like a Batman movie. You introduce them in their civilian form and then combine them in their hero form.
But but only way for their shit to work, they're gonna have to use the Flashpoint shit to reset their shit.
That was the purpose of the
soft reset.
That's probably why they want to go along with this Flash movie. Let's try to. I'm giving them maybe a little bit too much credit, but I'm pretty sure they're gonna do something with them resetting the timeline with this Flash movie.
They said that was the original purpose. I don't know if that's the purpose now, but that was the original goal, to reset the DC extended universe, and I was like, look, if you reset the DC extended universe, reset Urza Miller.
Okay, but
That's
what I'm saying.
recast Urza Miller.
How you gonna
Fuck that.
promote a prime
promoting that
time, big time action hero, comic book hero movie, and the star is literally going through current legal issues and shit? That don't mix.
Well, I don't know what to tell. I mean,
Like
he's
this
already. I mean, listen.
I would say
They recast him, and in that way, he
they
can
already
deal with
did
his
the
legal
movie.
problems.
The movie is
I know.
done. You can't do. They didn't already spent them 106 figure. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
Yeah.
well, I mean, I'm just saying, like,
They already didn't spend. They already didn't spend 9 figures. They already didn't went hard. I'm sure, hundreds of millions of dollars.
I mean, that's fine. I mean, that's true. So I'm just saying, if you're gonna
up.
restart this movie, I mean, like you said, they already did it. So I don't know if the movie's finished.
It
or not,
must.
But let's
It
say,
is. The movie's finished.
done,
The movie's done. I'm sure that it must reset. I'm sure it does. It must, because it even must reset him or give an opportunity for him to back out of him. Because
that's what I'm saying. Like, because I'm sure they're gonna
has to.
recast Cyborg because of Ray Fisher was going.
Yeah,
to
they
WB.
definitely gonna get his ass.
So
up
he's
out
gonna
of
get
there.
recast.
That's
but I'm
whack.
saying that's why I have an issue. Like, you gonna recast Ray Fisher, but you need to recast the dude who got all these legal issues, who's making y'all look bad, by the way, because he's, that's a
and the thing about Ray Fisher shit, like, at least he wasn't lying.
But
I mean, that DC is in shambles.
All right. You brought the house down on me. Fuck out of here.
So, but yeah, he's gotten recast. So we know that when he resets the universe, Cyborg either doesn't exist or they just gonna recast the character.
Oh, they're gonna do some fan service. They're gonna make Cyborg white.
They probably would. I mean, it wouldn't
Chad
surprise me.
Man,
It wouldn't really surprise me at this point.
Man, Chad Borg.
like booyah, bros. Like, what?
I mean, again, none of that would surprise me. I mean, they might not. Who knows what they're gonna do? Or they're gonna do the lightest skinned actor they could possibly find, who's like Vin Diesel. They're gonna put Vin Diesel.
No.
Yes.
No.
Yes. Hey, Brian, they did bring bloodshot in the movie, man. DC sore, boy. The next thing you know, the next movie you gonna hear ding 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 ding.
Or they might put T.I. in it. He might be Cyborg.
Hell yeah, man.
He can be his daddy.
That'd be skating.
Look, y'all not about to get me all out of sorts. You almost got me.
It's about family and skating.
But before
I ain't trying to save the world with you, kick it with your nothing, partner.
Before we get off or whatever, I want to actually segue to something that I've been wanting to talk about. I talked about this over a year ago. But I really do think that people should tune into this webtoon. The webtoon for people is called Ordeal. Now, Ordeal is a mixture of X-Men and My Hero, where the world is filled with superpowers. But in that world, they're called Kimyos or Chemos. Chemos are people with superpowers, pretty much. They're like mutants, or they're quirk users. So they're stronger, faster, tougher than a regular person. The main character is somewhat like Asta and Deku, named Shay. He has no powers. He's just a regular human. I'm not going to spoil it for y'all, but I will only spoil where the story takes place. It takes place in Trinidad, and the artwork is clean. It looks really, really good. But man, I just want people to really check out that webtoon, see if you like it. They just finished season 1, as they call it, in webtoon type stuff.
It's hard.
I would recommend anybody to go check it out, see if you like it at all. I think you guys will like it.
And I got something to say. About mangas. killing off characters,
Oh shit.
dope characters.
I know what he's talking about.
Man, somebody gotta die, man. Come on.
Rest in peace to Murder God Death Explosion.
Damn. Is that like official?
I
He
mean,
laid out.
as of now, it is, but
He ain't.
it's really hard to say because I have a theory on what's probably going to happen because we never seen it, his ability yet.
Who?
So the first, I think it's the first user. We never seen his ability. He never had any.
Oh, you talking about the first awful one?
Yeah,
You talking about the second?
the second, first, whoever.
Second, bro, with the scar on his face.
All for One's brother. That's why I call him first. Whoever's All for One's brother.
Yeah, that cool.
They showed him already. They showed him already.
Yeah, but we never seen his powers. That's what I'm saying. Like
They told you what his power was. He takes it and he builds it upon it.
no. No, I missed. No, I clearly missed that part because when I would just remember All for One trying to give him some power and he wouldn't eat whatever, and they never said. But I must have missed.
Off one. He did give him a power. That's the thing. He thought he didn't have a quirk, but he did have a power, bro.
Well, the theory was that maybe he's going to use whatever his power is or All for One. I just think that One for All or whatever, they're going to find a way to revive him. That's a spoiler, by the way, y'all. But I think they'll find a way. But gotta wait 2 weeks to find out.
Man. Yeah. All right. On that one, we out.
Peace, y'all.